in the hands. It's an easy game for Harry Smulders, who's got all these horses in perfect form, well produced. And 5 jump double clear here, and Trevor Breen just misses out on the podium. That is the only downside. Max Kühner makes it second with half a second to Daniel Deusser, who is third. So the both geldings by Eldorado van der Zeshoek out of those 4 pleasure mares in second and third. It is Jos Lansing who is there with Smulders to congratulate him with that podium finish, with that Grand Prix win. But it is a great outcome. There you have him, Smulders, Kühner and Deusser. What a race it has been, those names. And that means, by the way, that Kühner gets the golden ticket to Prague because Smulders already qualified earlier this season. And so Kühner now gets a ticket to the Super Grand Prix in Prague, of course. That is how it sits. And Deusser misses out on that golden ticket by half a second. Breen misses out at the podium. Duffy once again a double clear. Abdel Said, that is now the 4th time that he finishes in 7th place. The Belgian with his good mare Bonnie. And this is the head-to-head look at the turn from Smulders after the second fence. Smulders here on the angle jumps into the line. Look at the turn that comes next. This is a great comparison. Much tighter, much more pace, and here a jump ahead. And then Kühner has to hold, has to wait. Do have a good look because it feels as if Kühner does pick up close in on Smulders after this rollback. Smulders stays in front, but as from here, Kühner has got the slow jump, so here he's actually even more behind. But in this line, Kühner has to make up ground. You see that Smulders goes outside of the blue horses. Kühner stayed inside the blue horses, gets a good sprint to the final fence, and there it is. Harry Smulders and Ulrikas van der Kattenvenne by 0.6 of a season, by 6 of a second, apologies. As I see Smulders come into the ring for the winner's interview. We'll chat with him in a minute. As for Harry Smulders, this is his 6th Grand Prix win, his 23rd podium finish. He gets level with the all-time great with Rolf-Göran Bengtsson and with Casal, and is down on the ground and is ready to talk to us. Here he comes, your winner, Harry Smulders and Ulrikas van der Kattenvenne in Riesenbeck.
Welcome back to GCTV and welcome back to the analysis of the LGCT Grand Prix of Riesenbeck. Did we not start the day? Did we not start our pre-studio here on GCTV today talking to you about how dangerous Harry Smulders has been in 2023. The highest return on investment per Grand Prix, that is Harry Smulders. Does he not come out again here in Riesenbeck, live up to that, pick up maximum points and go on to win the Grand Prix? It makes him the man for the championship. Michael van der Vleuten, who did not qualify, did not compete in today's LGCT Grand Prix, should be very nervous about Harry Smulders, who is making a late title charge at the back end of the season. And whilst he might not be right at the top of the championship just yet, the fact that he's only got 6 Grand Prix scores and still 2 more to come, Harry Smulders all of a sudden becomes the main threat to the 2023 LGCT overall season win. Let's show you the results and remind you as to how things ended here in Riesenbeck this afternoon as we get ready to look back on yet another brilliant Grand Prix. Harry Smulders in first place, Max Kühner in second, absolutely outstanding from Max Kühner and Electric Blue P, the final man to come out the door. Unfortunately for him, finishing just 0.61 seconds behind Harry Smulders and Daniel Deusser on Killer Queen, who has found huge success, of course, on the LGCT stage in previous seasons, has already gone to Prague to go on and win the LGCT Super Grand Prix. Unfortunately, was unable to hold on to that provisional lead that he held, and Daniel Deusser falling down into third place. It is the day of Harry Smulders, the podium made up between himself, Max Kuhne, and Daniel Deusser. Golden ticket as well, by the way, goes to Max Kuhne. Let's not forget that Harry Smulders already has his golden ticket. He already had his entrance to the LGCT Super Grand Prix after winning his golden ticket in Monaco, thanks to that second win from Julien Epaillard. So let's not forget that that golden ticket now goes the way of Max Kuhne. So a bittersweet day for him. He'll be very happy to finish on the podium, maybe be frustrated that he couldn't get over the line, but a nice little bit of silver lining in the perfect grey winter, feeling like winter reigns here in Germany, is the fact that he now has that golden ticket and will indeed be going to Prague and competing in the LGCT Super Grand Prix. What happened to the rest of the jump off? A healthy jump off of 8 riders. Well, as we get ready for the podium, as we get ready for the winners' celebrations, which are currently underway as we begin to build the podium, the dignitaries will soon be in the ring and the top 3 riders will shortly follow. Longines watches will be handed out. The champagne will be uncorked, and we will celebrate here in Riesenbeck. Before we do, though, let's show you how things went with Gerrit Nieberg. The German crowd urging their man along, wanting him to go on and find success here on Ben. Full praise for Gerrit Nieberg, who jumped incredibly well, and this Ben combination has been absolutely outstanding. But unfortunately, at the split time, already over 3 seconds back with that penalty, that 4 faults going down, it meant that Gerrit Nieberg eventually stopping the clock at 50.58 seconds, was not going to challenge for the title, was not going to challenge for the podium. Gerrit Nieberg and Ben appreciated by the crowd, but it was not to be for the German, who goes on to then finish further down the jump-off list. We'll continue to take you through the competitors, continue to show you how it ended for the riders that did not make it onto the podium as we wait and get ready for the podium celebrations. Abdel Said was another interesting talking point, because in the pre-studio we spoke about 9 out of the top 10 riders being present here qualifying in Riesenbeck, and with only Harry Smulders and Abdel Said inside that top 10 qualifying for the jump-off, immediately already extra attention on that magnifying glass, extra zooming in started happening on Abdel Said and Harry Smulders. Let's show you what happened with Abdel, who then came out today on Boniami. Again, what a fabulous combination, what a wonderful pairing, and these two have found great form in the 2023 season. The reason why they find themselves inside the top 10 of the overall rankings. And Abdel Said was quite early to go in the first round, would have been very happy to get into that jump off, knowing how important it was to pick up championship points. Is he a threat for the title? Maybe, maybe not, based on the dominance of Harry Smulders, but there are still big points up for grabs here today after making it into the second round. Unfortunately, that penalty, that fence going down, taking him to 4 penalties. He tries to make the final roll back into that final line towards Longines, and he goes on to eventually stop the clock at 47.86 on 4 penalties. Abdel Said unable to stay competitive with the rest of the field here in Riesenbeck. Toward the top left of your screen, that is the in-gate to the giant sand warm-up ring. That is where the riders will be cooling down. That is where the 3 winning horses will be getting their winners' gowns, and we'll see them coming through that in-gate in just a few moments' time as we get ready for that champagne shower and for the celebrations. Now, let's go through the rest of the field. Owen McMahon, big talking point as well. Basically a local here riding at the Beardbum Stables, living just a few kilometers up the road, in fact, would have felt very at home. And despite being Irish, really is brought in by the Germans and celebrated, praised as if he were German himself. Coming out earlier on today on Mila. And what a special combination after being given Mila from Ludger Beardbum to try and get that combination right. They are still new in this pairing. They are still finding themselves. Owen McMahon and Mila trying to be competitive. Owen McMahon trying to be aggressive in the early stages of the second round in the jump off. And at the split time, just had the impression that it was not going to be enough for Owen McMahon and for Mila. Unable to really stay competitive, and because of that, eventually going on to stop the clock at 46.20 seconds as we get ready for the prize-giving ceremony. Harry Smolders makes his way out. Max Kuhner and Daniel Deusser, your top three riders in Riesenbeck 2023. Let's go join them for the winners' celebrations.
You have noticed that both Electric Blue and Killer Queen are sired by Eldorado van de Zeshoek and are bred out of a full pleasure mare. And if my memory does not fail, in 2020, when we had only one Grand Prix, well, it was not 2020, but we did have a Grand Prix where again these two horses were first and second. Electric Blue and Killer Queen. Yeah, it was the CHI Grand Prix in Doha before the LGCT Grand Prix in Doha in 2020, weeks before Corona and COVID struck, as a matter of fact. Third place, Daniel Deusser from Wiesbaden, based in Wolvertem at the stables of Stefan Conter at Staffex. Daniel Deusser and Killer Queen VDM. Second place for Max Kuhner and Electric Blue P, the man based in Munich in the south of Germany. It's his third podium finish. His win in Monaco, Monte Carlo, and now twice second place. Second in Monaco the year before, and now second place here in Riesenbeck. But it is Harry Smolders who takes the trophy. It is Harry Smolders who takes 40 points out of this stage, who is such a gentleman to hand the golden ticket to Max Kuhner, as Smolders had already qualified for the Super Grand Prix when finishing second in Monaco. As we will now listen to the national anthem of the Netherlands, the Wilhelmus van Oranje. Smolders, who got his golden ticket actually handed to him by Julien Epaillard, who won his second Grand Prix in Monte Carlo. And so he already had his golden ticket booked. That went to Smolders, and because Smolders wins now, the golden ticket goes to Kuhner. Marion Moser as Longines brand manager Germany, with another beautiful watch to the Dutchman. And the beautiful wings of Longines gave wings to Harry Smolders. Second place Max Kuhner, and third Daniel Deusser. Jan Tops makes his way to the stage to congratulate Max Kuhner with his second place. Jan Tops as president and founder of the Longines Global Champions Tour. And for us, a brand new venue on the tour here. There is a 3-year deal, so we will be coming back in 24 and in 25 to Riesenbeck. Jan Tops there shaking hands with Daniel Duyse, who of course lighted his career at Staltops in Valkenswaard, winning Grand Prix on plenty of horses, but on the tour that was with Air Jordan Z. And then Ludger Beerbaum as the hosts, who has welcomed us with arms wide open to congratulate Duyse, Smolders and Kuhne. And indeed, grass suits him well. First St. Gallen, now takes Riesenbeck. Harry Smolders with Ulrikas van de Kattenvenne, ladies and gentlemen. At his age, just as at his age of 43, already an icon, level on podium finishes with Rolf-Göran Bengtsson, now in the race to claim his second championship title, and he's just 43. Harry Smolders. Ooh, and Duyse from his Shanghai Swans teammate. The full load. And there they're back. Smolders hid, came round and then jumped back onto the podium to surprise Kuhne and Duyse. Well, Riesenbeck, it wasn't warm, it wasn't dry, but the competition was top class. Not just competition today in the Longines Global Champions Tour, also in Global Champions League. And if you ask the riders, well, they cannot wait to come back. Excellent conditions here in this perfectly manicured ring. Excellent conditions. Well, what else would you expect from Der Kaiser, from Ludger Beerbaum? When he opens his doors, you can imagine, you can expect that it is all tip-top and perfect. With that, ladies and gentlemen, as these three riders, Harry Smolders, Max Kuhne and Daniel Duyse, mount their horses, with that we close the line here for the 11th Grand Prix of the season. Everybody, grooms, riders, horses and even commentators, get the chance to catch your breath. There is a 2-week break, and in 3 weeks' time we can already hear London calling for stage 12 of Longines Global Champions Tour, the stage where last year Peter de Vos won his Grand Prix to solidify his name, to get his ticket for that Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix. With the championship race red hot and Smolders in devilish form, I do invite you to join us once again for round 12 of the season, live from London. For now, here in Riesenbeck, Germany, thanks for watching and take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Frederick de Backer. What a special day for Harry Smolders to finally go on and get on top of the podium in the 2023 season. 3 back-to-back podiums for Smolders, and finally now, for the first time, makes it from third to second on to first. And just behind me here, as we see the riders coming through for their lap of honor, there is your champion. There is Harry Smolders. There is Max Kuhne. And here comes Daniel Duyse, appreciated by the local fans. And in fact, this entire afternoon has been appreciated by everyone here in Riesenbeck. Already on the Thursday afternoon, we saw big crowds coming out to the Riesenbeck International Arena, and it is built every single day in build-up, in anticipation to today's LGCT Grand Prix of Riesenbeck, as we see Jan Tops and Ludger Beerbaum playing host to us this weekend. So happy to open up his stables, to open up his beautiful facility here and bring us through to the very first LGCT Grand Prix of Riesenbeck, a venue that we are very proud and happy to be able to say that we will be coming back at least until 2025. The fans in their rain jackets, they have sat through the bad weather out of everyone's control, but it has not chased them away. In fact, they have stayed rooted to their seats all weekend long. And because of that, they have been rewarded with some wonderful show jumping throughout the weekend. And as we get ready to get some reaction from Daniel Duyse, from Max Kuhne, and of course we'll bring Harry Smolders into the studio and get ready to talk to him about that overall championship. What has Harry Smolders done to that title race here in Riesenbeck? That'll be my very, very first question. Has he blown the title race wide open in 2023 with yet another victory here on GCTV? Let's continue going through the rest of the jump-off contenders while we get ready for Daniel Deusser, while we get ready for Max Kuhne. Let's show you what took place then today for Michael Duffy and Chinka. Incredible pairing as well, jumping very well this season too. Let's not forget that they too have found themselves on a podium already in 2023. And this time, Michael Duffy second out the gate as far as the jump-off is concerned. Difficult when you're coming out so early, knowing that Abdel Said had set the time at 47.86, but did have a fence down. Michael Duffy staying double clear all weekend, which will be a really, really positive result for him. Eventually jumping in there, roll back into the final line, stopping the clock at 48.86. It was enough to give him the provisional lead, and the lead that he then held on to, unfortunately, for just a single rider, as Daniel Deusser then followed out on Killer Queen and 46.60. So before we take a break and before we get into our top three to hear from Daniel Deusser and Max Kuhne, who I remind you, by the way, now has a golden ticket to the LGCT Super Grand Prix in Prague. How kind of Harry Smolders to pass it forward. He was given his golden ticket by Julien Epaillard in Monaco after having won his second Grand Prix. And here, after having already qualified, Harry Smolders thought, you know what, I'm a nice guy. Max Kuhne, here is your ticket to the LGCT Super Grand Prix. Let's quickly show you then what took place with Trevor Breen and Highland President. One of the most exciting combinations in 2023. We are enjoying and really, really appreciating what these two have been putting together. Outstanding performances all season long. And once again, here we go with Trevor Breen and Highland Presidents, putting together another strong performance, clear in round one to get into the jump-off. Then, quite late to go as well, 6 out of 8. The third last man into the jump-off was Trevor Breen, knowing that Daniel Deusser had set the clock at 46.60. He was behind on the split, unfortunately unable to keep up with that time that was now chasing of Daniel Deusser, 1.72 behind. And with Gerrit Nieberg stopping on 4 with Ben, Owen McMahon with 4 and Miller, Trevor Breen knew that staying clear would give him a shot at the podium. And unfortunately, with the rounds of Harry Smolders and Max Kuhne that followed, it meant that he was not going to be quick enough to get onto the podium, but still a fantastic performance from Trevor Breen and from Highland Presidents. For now, let's take a quick break here in Riesenbeck. When we return, more from our podium finishes. And as promised, we will have Harry Smolders right here, live in studio, to get some reaction from him following his performance here in the Riesenbeck. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment.
These are some of the hardest shows in the world.
Competing against top of the world.
Each team is required to have one under 25 rider.
If you're good enough, you make it, and if not, then it's a little difficult.
It's not like a car. When it's broken, you bring it to the garage and it's fixed.
It's my special horse.
Yeah, there it is.
He changed my life.
What a start from the championship.
It's overwhelming.
It's a dream come true for me to be here.
The score now rises.
I'm stressed.
You can be on top of the world the 1 week and then at the bottom of the pile the next week.
Ooh, and it comes to a stop.
Jumping good as well.
They always say you're as good as your last round.
Show jumping is down to the finest details.
Not trying to be fifth, just trying to be first.
Look at that! Unbelievable!
That one will be hard to beat.
Some of these under 25 riders will be the champions of tomorrow.
This feeling is...
I'm here to win and not just take part.
Welcome back to GCTV and welcome back to Riesenbeck. As now of all times, the sun decides to come out and spoil us with some lovely weather at the late afternoon here as we get ready to talk to not just our winner, but of course to our second and third places on the podium as well. Max Kuhne and Daniel Deusser finishing in second and third respectively. That golden ticket going into the hands of Max Kuhne after Harry Smulders had already picked his up in Monaco. We stand by and get ready to hear from Daniel Deusser. In fact, I believe he is ready for us now. Daniel Deusser standing by ready with Grace Kelly. Let's get some thoughts.
Daniel, huge congratulations on your third place today, a home advantage for you. How did Killer Queen feel in there today?
No, she felt very good today. Jumped yesterday already one of the team rounds with a good feeling. Today double clear in the Grand Prix, finished third. I'm very, very happy with the performance of my horse.
And do you feel like you played it maybe a little bit safe, so you could try to get that podium finish?
Yeah, of course it's always easier said than done. Of course, I was also doubting if I could maybe go to the second last fence at one stride less, like Max did it at the end. If you're at the end of the jump off, you maybe try it if you have seen it with somebody else. But I didn't see it before, so I didn't take the last risk there. But you never know. If I would do one stride less there, maybe the other two would ride even faster. So today I did what I could do, and I'm very happy with my third place.
And being here in Riesenbeck, fantastic show. How did you feel being in front of a home crowd?
Yeah, it is a great feeling. I have to say, the organizer here in Riesenbeck, you see that these are horse people. It's a fantastic show, big arenas, good ground, everything done for the horses, for the grooms and for the riders. Of course, that attracts also a lot of public, which gives on all of them a little top here. No, fantastic show, and I'm looking forward to come back next year.
Well, very well done, Daniel, and hope to see you again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you very much, Grace Kelly. Daniel Deusser getting onto the podium today, finishing in third place behind Max Kuhne. But it is all about this man. It is all about finally getting onto the right side of the podium. Harry Smulders, have you blown the LGCT Championship wide open?
Possible. I don't know exactly the standings. I think I have 4 or 5 results now, so I definitely need a few more of those.
I'll give you some more information. You're averaging 30 points every time you come out. You had 5 scores. You now add another maximum point capacity. Surely you must be thinking that this LGCT title is right in your grip.
Oh, I don't know if it's right in there. Definitely, if you have already 8 results, you can have a show that's not going very well. But I think normally the schedule is that I can ride all the other shows now that's coming up. So we will see. I mean, we focus on the horses. They must feel good. I must ride well, and then we will see at the end of the season where we will end.
I want to just send out a warning to everyone above you, to Michael van der Vleuten in particular, the current championship leader, that you are indeed the dangerous man to look out for. You talk about horses. You get to wake up in the morning, Harry Smulders, and decide, do I do Eureka's? Do I do Bingo? Do I do Monaco? Talk to me about the privilege that you have to be able to have those selections available to you. How easy does it make your life?
Yeah, it makes my life now a bit easy. But before you have this group of horses, within the right age, within the right experience, it takes years to put a group like horses of that together. Then I also have fantastic owners that will not sell and go for the sport. So that makes my life easier. But before you created all these people and horses around you, that is a difficult fact.
I don't know if you're a man for records. My colleague Frederik de Backer was throwing out some records and giving you big praise towards the end of his commentary. I want to remind you that now as it stands, joint most second podiums ever in LGCT history.
I don't know, that's a good record.
And no, it's a fantastic record. And only 3 riders, you now being the third, have done 3 back-to-back-to-back LGCT podiums. Are you a man for records? Is that important to you?
I don't know, not at the moment. I mean, I'm focusing on my horses, like I said. If they feel well, I have to ride well, and then the results will come, you know. I just need to be patient, take my chances, and if that leads into records, that is, of course, brilliant.
Do you feel that this form that you find yourself in now, third in A Coruña, second in Monaco, was this victory always there? It was just coming, or were you getting frustrated by not getting on top of the podium?
No, totally not frustrated. I mean, if you be on the podium, it's already fantastic. I mean, and the consistency, if you can bring that on, not just once, but if you can repeat those results, that is the consistency. That is, I think, what makes you. Then you just need to be patient, and the win will come as well.
Were you at all worried with Daniel's 46.60? Did you feel that was very competitive?
Yeah, I saw Daniel's round, and I think in the beginning of the jump off he was very, very fast. I think he felt that as well. So the last two fences probably he wanted to finish it safe. So he left a little gap, was my feeling.
Okay, we're going to ask you to take a look at your round in a few moments' time. Before we get there, though, I believe that Max Kuhne is standing by, ready for a second-place finish today here in Riesenbeck. Let's get some reaction from our second-place finisher.
Max, huge congratulations. Second place today and a podium finish. Did you play it a little bit safe, knowing that if you were slower than Harry, you get handed that Super Grand Prix ticket?
No, not really. I tried to be as quick as possible. Now afterwards I could have done maybe one straight less in a turn, but yeah, I'm very happy with the results.
And were you surprised at how fast your horse was today?
Sorry?
Were you surprised on how fast your horse was today?
No, I know that he can be quite fast on a big place like that. He felt already really good in the first round. He need 2 rounds to feel well on the big arena, but he jumped really good in the first round, so I was very confident now in the jump off with him.
So you join an already very impressive top 10 for Prague. What's your plans now for the rest of the season?
For Electric Blue, him and EIC Coriolis are on the list for the European Championship, and then we will also do most of the other GCT, GCL shows, and yeah, then of course at the end of the season, Prague.
What stage do we see you at next?
London is next stage for me.
And regarding the show here, Riesenbeck and the crowd, how did you find the show this weekend?
It was very nice today. There were a lot of people cheering. You could see that there are a lot of horse people here. They were riding with us. And so we had some rain. They didn't care and still cheered for us. That was very nice. And yeah, for the horses, we have perfect conditions here.
Well, Max, very well done. Congratulations on your second place and podium finish.
Thank you.
Max Kuhne, your second place finisher today, getting that golden ticket. How nice of you, Harry. You got yours given to you by Julian. He said, hey, Harry, here you go. And is it you paying it forward, saying, you know what, Max, here we go, golden ticket to Prague, I'm already in. Hey? Doing your friend a favor there?
Yeah, I don't know. We don't give favors in our sport.
All right.
In any sport.
I like that. Listen, we're going to ask you to take a look at your round. I want you to talk us through it. Take us through exactly just how and where you were able to shave some time off. This is the jump-off round of Harry Smulders, your winning round to go on and get through to the top of the podium here in Riesenbeck. So, Harry, take a look for us and take us through this round start to finish, please.
Yeah, I started with a high pace. He jumped pretty high at number 1. I almost lined it up too well, so my 8 strides got a little slow from 1 to 2. Then I tried to speed up. Try here even after the vertical to stay on the inside. Could move up, slow him down at the end a little bit towards the double, take his time, give him all the chances to jump it clear. Try to turn tight here.
And now we come to the split, and this is where people started getting excited. Yeah, the split at 29.61. 0.2 wasn't a lot.
No, it wasn't a lot. And then Daniel did also 1 less to the vertical there. Here I went really out so I could come forward in those 8 strides. And then to the last fence, I was really, I don't know exactly how much, but I went really forward. I had my first distance. My horse starts to understand the game. He had really his eye on the last fence. and he wanted to win today.
No, it was a really, really solid performance from Jurikas, going on to get on top of the podium and get Harry Smulders his first LGCT victory of the 2023 season. You might not want to talk about yourself being as a major championship title contender. I'm going to show you the standings, and I want to know if maybe you change your mind just a little bit differently, Harry Smulders. This is how it stands at the end of Riesenbeck here, and give you an idea as to how things may have changed, with Abdel Said as well, by the way, getting in. So Michael van der Vleuten stays top of the table. Christian Kukuk not making it into the jump-off. But Harry Smulders, with still only 6 LGCT scores counting, Harry, you now find yourself barely 30-odd points away. You are now in the top 3. You are knocking on that door. I ask you again, surely Michael van der Vleuten should be worried with what he watched today?
Yeah, probably, but I don't know how many results he had, and it's a little bit difficult to see. Like, this standings doesn't say very much, but I'm definitely, if I can have a few more podiums, that will help in the standings.
I recall you saying to me a while ago that you'll be competing in the majority of the stages to follow. I want to check if there's an update there. Will you confirm where you'll be competing over the next few stages?
Yeah,
how many? All of them?
Yeah, the next one will be London and Valkenswaard as well.
You'll be at both?
Normally, yes, but it always depends. The horses at the end decide where they want to go and when they want to go.
Is that where you've stopped your planning for now until Valkenswaard?
Yeah, that is the plan. So Monaco after La Coruña, he has 3 weeks off, and then he will do London. That is the plan. But like I said, the horses at the end will decide when they feel good they can go, and otherwise we have to stay at home.
Well, you've made this fantastically exciting. Thank you very much, Harry Smulders, your 2023 winner here in Riesenbeck. Golden ticket already in the bag. So now this is all about getting on top of the podium. It is all about championship points, and it is all about blowing that championship wide open. We'll see you again for stage 12 to continue the LGCT championship story here on GCTV. Thank you for today. We'll see you in London.
Get ready for a heart-pumping ride through the city of London. Experience the thrill of the world's top riders and horses, competing in a high-stakes show-jumping spectacle at the prestigious Royal Hospital, Chelsea. Immerse yourself in the city's vibrant culture with live music and family-friendly activities in a captivating setting, all while indulging in the finest hospitality. Join us for the Longines Global Champions Tour in London from August 10th to the 13th.
Courageous,
organized,
dedication,
skillful,
artist.